We should be live. Hello, guys. Hi. How are you?
Hello, internet.
Yeah, hi, internet. How are you? We're back at the turn of the tide. Actually, it's been a little while. It's
Yeah,
it's been a little while since we've gone live, but here we are. Um,
we're here to talk about the new Superman trailer.
yeah, the new Superman trailer. It came out
That,
like a couple hours ago.
yeah, it's a number one on trending right now,
Good
so
for
good for
them.
them.
Good for them. Yeah. Uh, well, John, what were your thoughts? I think I have to fix some stuff on VLC, so why don't you talk about the trailer while I do that?
Okay. Um, I'm pretty mixed on it. There's some things that I really liked, there's some things that I didn't. I think overall it was a solid trailer and it did what it needed to. It got people interested in the movie, and I think that's the case with how it's trending with the numbers. So I think no matter what, even if the movie isn't like super great, I think a lot of people are gonna go out and see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. There's definitely some specific things I want to get into. We're probably gonna talk about plot leaks because this trailer essentially confirmed all the plot leaks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I one thing I do like, and I remember I didn't love it originally when I saw the set photos, but I like how different Clark Kent looks from Superman.
Yeah,
That's
that's
kind of cool.
always that's always been something for me that I haven't really been able to get behind. Um,
Yeah.
dude, okay, so uh VLC for whatever reason it won't show that I have a video playing. So yeah, let's fire up watch together. Should we
Oh,
do it
sick.
within should we do it within Discord?
Whatever works better, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Let's no, I'll just fire up a room and watch together. We'll
Okay.
yeah, this will be good. Control copy. All right, yeah, I liked the trailer. The thing for me is always going to be I'm not really a Superman guy. So like I enjoyed the trailer. I want this to be good for Superman fans. I'm more Marvel than DC, speaking from both the comics and cinema perspective. Um, although Marvel cinema is not at its peak right now, I wouldn't say.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
but I've always found like I find most of DC's superheroes pretty silly. Like I find Wonder Woman silly. I find um
Flash.
Flash really silly. I think Green Lantern's kind of stupid. Like Batman's the only character I actually like in DC. So, it's hard for me to be like objective about this. I think Krypton's kind of silly. Or Crypto, sorry, not Krypton. Krypton's cool.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog.
Yeah. That's my issue with them. Now I'll have to see the movie and maybe that'll change my mind. I've always thought crypto's just kind of stupid,
Mhm.
just as an idea. And I don't love that he's in the movie, but movie could change my mind on that. I'm not gonna completely hate him 100%.
Are we ticking off all of the DC fans right now?
I mean, well, okay. I will say I do like Green Lantern. Um,
Mhm.
maybe it's not just like Green Lantern, like Hal Jordan. I like the whole Lanterns like world and story. I like how there's the different colors and stuff. I've always really enjoyed the Lanterns, but I do have to agree that with DC, my main focus is Batman and the Bat family and a lot of the grounded stuff.
Yeah. Like
Like
that's the
actually, I
thing
do
like
like Arrow. I like Arrow. I think he's
sure.
cool.
Sure, DC has it's got all the best villains. Well, again, I feel like I'm ticking off someone with every statement I make. But like
It's bound to happen.
Batman's rogues gallery is insane. Like the amount of S tier villains you have in that Rogues Gallery, like
Yeah.
Joker and Ra's al Ghul, and now
I could
they
now
turned Penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah, exactly. They turned
Penguin is S
Penguin.
tier now.
Yeah, like that's great. You have like Hush. You have a lot of lore with Batman specifically. I've only ever read like one Superman comic. Wasn't that impressed by it. Whereas, and someone has said this about Marvel. The thing about Marvel is that like all of their even background characters or like side characters are like way more fleshed out. Like you've got your Iron Man and Wolverine and like your main Spider-Man, your main Marvel people. But you go down a
Yeah.
couple tiers to like Daredevil, Moon Knight, some of the other X-Men, and you're still dealing with like really cool characters.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we look at Superman 2025?
Yeah. Let's take a look at this.
Okay. I'll have it muted
By
on
the
my
way,
end, so.
guys, I probably will talk about plot leaks at some point in this video. So if you're not really interested in that, you may want to click off.
I wouldn't say click off. I would just
Now,
say mute it and keep it on.
yeah. Now, that being said, if you are interested in the leaks, always take leaks with a grain of salt. They're not 100% true. We don't know that for sure, but I have reason to believe a lot of the leaks are very much true.
Mm-hmm. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing to note, and I'm playing just the first couple seconds. The first thing to note
Yeah.
about this trailer is that it's reusing John Williams' theme. What are your
Yeah, how do
thoughts on that,
you
John?
oh, eh, whatever. That's my thoughts on it.
Do you think
I
that's going to
don't
be the actual
love it.
theme of the movie?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I don't know.
I
What do
am.
you think? How do you feel about John Williams' music?
It's a great score, but I'm like super unimpressed with the guy that James Gunn chose. He's done like
Yeah.
four D-list movies besides Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's probably unfair. I feel bad, but like this guy is not
Hmm.
like when you're doing Superman, who is like an icon, he's one of the big figures of Americana. Everyone recognizes Superman. Everyone around the world knows who Superman is. He's like one of the myths. He's like Zeus or, I don't know. Uh
He's very popular.
he's extremely popular. You get that John Williams of our time to do the score. Now previously that was John Williams, previously that was Hans Zimmer. Uh now who would you get now? Who'd you get now? You'd get
I would get I'm probably gonna butcher his last name, but Michael Giacchino.
yeah, that feels like an obvious choice. You could get someone maybe like James Newton Howard, I think would do a really good job.
Ooh.
Um, or get John Williams back. Get him to do like one more
I mean,
one more
he'll
thing. Why
probably
not?
do it.
Yeah. Hans
He'll
Zimmer,
probably
I
do it.
I understand the decision not to bring Hans Zimmer in for it, just because he's more of like a darker composer, which fit pretty well with Man of
Yeah.
Steel, but maybe not for this.
Yeah.
But James
Now,
Gunn,
I could see them
yeah.
not getting Michael Giacchino because he's probably working on Batman Part 2, but
Dude, he's working on like every single project in Hollywood.
yeah.
I'm unimpressed. I but there's only so much complaining you can do, so we'll see. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um so this
Oh yeah,
is
pause it real quick.
yeah.
So this is I know a lot of people on Twitter have been talking about how this is a Dragon Ball Z reference. Um it's like a shot. I haven't really watched Dragon Ball Z all the way through, so my apologies if I speak blasphemies against it. Um but apparently this is like one of the shots when Goku gets knocked down, and it's like exactly, which therefore must mean that James Gunn is a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. So yeah,
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking for a comparison shot. Okay,
I
fellas.
think.
Here it
Did you
is.
find it?
I did. I don't know what they're on about, man. This is really this
Yeah.
is
I
bizarre.
mean,
I'm gonna send it to you.
oh, I have it right here.
Oh, you have, dude, this is not,
I,
this is
I've
someone
seen it
lying
multiple
on the
times on
ground.
Twitter.
This-
I've seen it multiple times on Twitter today.
what are they on
Um,
about?
I mean, it's somewhat similar-ish. I wouldn't say it's exact.
His arms are in a similar position, but like it's someone
Like
laying
there's
on the
this
ground.
leg. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right, guys. That's your Dragon Ball Z reference for the day. Yeah, let's keep watching. So he's very tired. He's coughing up a little blood, which, okay, so
Okay,
we get
then
to,
we got our
yeah,
Clark Kent.
right, Clark
I
Kent. He's got the alpaca
yeah.
hair.
Yeah, this was I remember I originally did not like this as much in the set photos, but now that I see it a bit more, I do like it. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I feel confident in the actor that you're gonna be able to see like the switch between his personality. You can just see it in like his posture and the way he's like avoiding running into people and that kind of thing. I think he's gonna do
Yeah.
a good job of like distancing himself. Whereas for like I never really got that with Man of Steel, which is the only other Superman movie I've seen, unfortunately. Um, it just like, it felt like Clark Kent and Superman were very similar in Batman v Superman.
Yeah. That is fair.
So here he is. He's got his nice job at the Daily Planet. I want to see who they cast as Perry White. Have they cast Perry White? Also, he has great eyes, very good eyes. No limbo rings though, which takes it down a couple points. I too lack limbo rings. Very sad. Um, but
Dang.
yeah, someday, someday I'll get. Dude, so I went to the Philippines and I was expecting this is a detour, sorry. I was expecting everyone to have like black and brown eyes, but
hmm
I went to this party and there were a couple girls with like very piercing blue eyes, and it was hard for me because I really like girls with great eyes, but I figured that it was probably some sort of makeup or like you can get those, right? You can put little things in your eyes that make them different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I was being deceived. Anyway, targeted. So we have from
We got
James Gunn.
our Top Gun Maverick riff there.
Sorry, I have the music muted. I really like Lois Lane. What do you think about it?
I'm gonna need to see more of her.
Okay.
I think she's fine.
All right. I really like her. She's got like, I don't feel like you see this kind of face very often. Like she looks, I don't know.
Hmm.
Director to
We got a little
Guardians.
Marvel reference here.
Yeah. All right. So we got
We
we
got his
got Pa
dad.
Kent, which like Kevin Costner as Pa Kent was a really good casting choice.
hmm
You're not really gonna top that, but it's okay. Um and we've got Crypto on his way.
Yeah.
Which I smiled when I saw him, and I don't even like Crypto. So I figure it's probably gonna be good. Yeah, like look at that dog.
Can you put it on pause real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the movie to really sell me on crypto because I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like this is gonna piss some people off, but like, It's just a dog with a cape on, dude. I'm not there with it, man. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's too much of the I like dark, edgy stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm just not sold on him. I'm not sold on him yet.
Did you did you smile when you saw him? What was your
No.
reaction when you saw him? Really? Okay.
When he whistled, I instantly knew what it was gonna be because Crypto has super hearing. He can hear him whistle like anywhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when I saw it coming, I was like, "Yep, that's Crypto." And when he showed up, I was like, "Yep, that is a dog with a cape on him."
Well, again, I don't like crypto as a concept, but I smiled when he showed up. I think you have to embrace it. You know, you have to embrace truth, justice, and the American way, and the super dog with, you know, flight and
I don't know,
laser
man.
vision.
Maybe I'm just not the target audience, dude.
Yeah, yeah, dude, you have to love it, all right? That's the thing. I'm not a Superman guy, but like this seems like Superman to me.
Yeah.
He's a very excitable dog. Okay, we've got this
I
shot
love this shot, dude.
where Superman's protecting this young lady.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very cool. All
You know
right,
it isn't beautiful.
it's my turn to complain now. I hate Lex Luthor. Dude, I hate this casting. He looks like a little all right. Lex Luthor Superman trailer. We're just gonna I know we get a shot later. I'm just gonna pull it up now because I hate it so much. Look at this guy. He's just he looks like he's in his late 20s. Like
So the thing is, that actor plays Beast in X-Men, and I can't unsee it. Now that said, I don't think I hate this as much as you do, but I don't think it's great either.
here, this is Lex Luthor in Superman the Animated Series. He looks like he's in his late like mid 40s or something. He looks like a serious guy. This guy looks like Jesse Eisenberg but bald. Like
Yeah,
this I don't like it. He doesn't look serious. I can't take this seriously. I want an older guy. I enjoyed Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. Uh
yeah.
I didn't think he was like great or good, but I really enjoyed him. Plus he was playing Lex Luthor's son, to be fair. He was playing Alexander, but
Yeah, that's not actual. Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit trail because I'm gonna end up talking for like 30 minutes about that. But yeah, I mean, with this, I agree with you. I wish it would have been an older guy, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Every like shot of him in this trailer, he seems super wimpy. I don't know if that's just me, but like I
yeah.
don't know. I need my Lex Luthor to kind of have some,
Yeah,
some aura about him, if you will.
I'm I'm trying not to go full like this man's a this man's a twink. This man like has no muscles or whatever. But like
Yeah,
this is not my favorite decision. What else has he been in? I could
yeah.
have Oh, he's been in The Menu. Okay, so I saw that.
Yeah,
I
he is
saw
in the
First Class.
menu. That is an interesting
Um
movie, by the way.
okay, I saw X-Men. He's in Deadpool
I
2?
This is one of those things where I do feel like I need to see more of him in the movie. Kind of like my opinion with Lois. Like she's fine. I just don't see enough of her here to really have a solid opinion on her.
Yeah. I this guy I don't know. Maybe it's just, he looks really good, right? He looks good. And I can imagine James Gunn thinking, wow, that guy, we shave his head and he's perfect. Like, I can see making that decision. I think this
Hmm.
guy would look a lot better with a beard. That's what I think.
I could be down for a bearded Lex Luthor.
I think just a little bit of facial hair would go a long way here.
Hmm.
Um, but hey, maybe we'll watch the movie and I'll be like, whoa, this performance really blew me away. Like I bought it 100%. We got like 2 seconds in total of him. So
Yeah.
anyway, um, yeah, that shot,
I
just not a fan.
super random. I really want there to be like a kryptonite bullet in that revolver for whatever reason. I've always loved like the idea of a kryptonite bullet.
Sure, why
I
not?
don't know.
That seems. What's he doing with his eyebrows? Anyway,
I
uh,
like that.
sorry.
Okay, yeah, and here's the Middle East. Sorry, I like that shot of Superman breaking out of the thing.
Oh, sure, yeah. All right, so here's a
So,
kid. He's saying
yeah,
Superman. He says,
I
"Get
like
help."
this. This is one of the things that really confirms a lot of the plot leaks because there was in the plot leaks there was this thing about there's going to be this huge conflict in the Middle East. James Gunn went out and debunked that and said that is not true at all. And yeah,
What do you think about the
apparently it is true.
geopolitical implications of this shot and what James Gunn thinks of the Israel-Palestine conflict?
I'm sure we will learn all about his political opinions in this scene.
I hope the kid gets saved. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I do like the idea of him putting up the Superman flag. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, this man is throwing coffee at Superman. Not
Yeah,
advisable.
so this actually isn't Superman because it's dark and gritty and everyone hates him. So this actually isn't Superman.
Are you memeing right now, or is?
Yes, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I actually okay, this is one this is one of the things that I really like, but it's also like one of the things that's the most similar from Man of Steel and like Batman versus Superman, where a lot of the I like the realistic reaction of how people would actually react to a Superman. I've always loved that. I've always loved the unsurety. That's one thing I really liked in Batman vs Superman, and I like that we're getting some of that in this movie.
Sure. Yeah. I really liked the angle in Batman v Superman, and maybe this was more in Man of Steel, but like Superman's not from here. Like he has, at least in that movie, and I understand why people would have a problem with it, maybe, but like he has an awkward relationship because he doesn't actually have any tie to those people. Now, I think the argument you get from some Superman fans who are more knowledgeable was that his parents gave him that tie to humanity and that he feels close to humanity because his parents were so like down to earth and human, and that's like where he got that. That wasn't the angle that was achieved in Man of Steel, and so you had very much an alien in a human world kind of aspect, which I can understand why some people would be extremely happy not going that route. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it just depends on how they portray his upbringing. Um,
Yeah.
One thing, like the one of the feelings that I got from Man of Steel is that he grew up as kind of like the weird, socially awkward kid. So even though he has that tie to his parents, that doesn't necessarily mean he has a tie to a lot of other people. But, I'm curious how they portray that in this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You get the feeling from the comics and from a lot of comic book fans that like Superman's thing is that he's a really great guy, everyone loves him, he's out to save the day. That kind of thing. And
Yeah. I
I
mean,
thought
that's
that
definitely not.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say like that I wonder how people will take to this angle in the film, or like how it will be
Hmm.
betrayed or portrayed. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely he's definitely not portrayed as like everyone loves him here, and that is what I like about it when people write that into Superman's character when he has to deal with that. I find that very interesting. Um, as far as the reaction to it, I mean, I'm not going to talk about what two certain groups of people are going to say because that's the whole conversation, but I think for the most part, I think people will like it as long as it's written well. I think it's a very realistic approach to Superman's character.
I think whether this movie is great or not, it will have. I think it'll be very popular, and that the broad consensus will be that it's good. I think
Yeah.
even if this movie is like full of plot holes or whatever, like I think at the end of the day, what matters here is this like a Superman movie? People felt like a lot of people felt like Man of Steel was not accurately portraying Superman, and I feel like James Gunn is
Hmm.
extremely aware of that, and like I think this movie is gonna do really well.
I would like to read the comics that this movie is more pulling from because I know there is a specific comic run that it is pulling from, and I think before I watch this, I would like to read some of those.
Yeah, might be worth doing. All right,
Uh,
your turn.
so this is actually Mr. Spock right here. No, it's not. I
Yeah.
was really excited when I heard that Green Lantern was going to be in this movie. And then I saw this shot and I was like, wow. Um I don't have a problem with like his face necessarily. I think that outfit is really bad. Um I don't know. Then again, we only have this one shot. Maybe I need to see more of him. I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like these costumes. Um like even like the Hawk Girl costume. It does not click with me. And for it looks very dollar store, dude.
Little
I
bit.
don't know.
I think it's a very unique haircut, you know. Um
I can get behind that haircut because he does have that haircut in the comics. Not all the times, mind you, not all the times does he have that haircut. Sometimes he has a more normal haircut, but I'm fine with the haircut. Um, Costume is not it. I
so
don't
do you
know.
want to go into the costume thing?
Yeah,
Because this is obviously not like a
okay.
Green Lantern costume.
No, it's not. What is the name? Oh, Maxwell. Is that the guy? Is that his name? That one character in DC. He was in Wonder Woman 84. Pedro Pascal played him.
Oh Lord,
Maxwell Lord or something like that.
I think that's it. I think it's Maxwell Lord. Yeah.
Okay. So essentially he has and there's shots where you can see the brand for his company. He has a company in here and it's his company that has actually made those costumes for those in universe for those characters. And apparently
It's
by
like a
the end
really
of the
poor
movie,
company. They don't have the
yes,
budget.
yeah, it's kind of just like I don't know. I think they find out it's not a great company or whatever, and then those costumes get switched out by the end of the movie. Like I said, that's the leaks. Take it with a grain of salt. But I think that would make a lot more sense why these costumes look very not great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really hope that that's the case because if that is the case, then I have no problem with it. I actually do kind of like that. But if that's just a straight up costume that he's gonna have in DC, I don't know, man.
So the idea is that he's like working for the company or like
Yeah,
funded
a
by
lot
them.
of these superheroes are working for that company.
That's a little bit of an interesting angle to take Green Lantern specifically because like he already answers to the Lantern Corps, you
Yeah.
know.
So for Green Lantern, it would be he answers to the Lantern Corps, but he also is partnered like with that company.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really
Anyways,
have
I
any
don't know.
thoughts on it. I don't really like Green
Okay.
Lantern as a concept, but
I see.
uh
How do you feel about the CGI there with
I
the
was gonna
green?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. I was gonna ask you about the CGI throughout the whole trailer because another shot that felt sort of off to me was here. I'll bring it up. Was the LexCorp building? Yeah, that right there.
Yeah. Uh,
Luther Corp. Sorry, LexCorp is a better name.
Facts.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I don't
It's
know. I
LexCorp.
mean, it's fine. I didn't think the Green Lantern stuff looked that great.
No, but you all like this has 8 months or whatever it is to come out. So
That is true. That is very true. It could also they could make it better.
yeah, like I feel like because didn't this movie go into production like just this year? Like this is a very impressive turnaround time. Whereas I think
Yeah.
you and I were talking offline earlier. Fantastic Four went into production around the same time, and we won't get a trailer for that, even though it's scheduled around the same time. We won't get a trailer for that in probably quite a while, just because of the way Marvel produced things. This is Hot Girl. I don't mind the costume. Um, and here's
We got a
giant
giant
kaiju.
How to Train Your Kaiju.
Yeah, yeah, very scary, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't have too many thoughts on the kaiju. It's probably this is probably going to be something that happens very early on in the movie, and you see the because that's Superman right there. So you're probably going to see these other superheroes working on like trying to take him down. Then Superman shows up. Maybe you have a conflict there. I don't know. That's just my guess.
Is it just me, or are there like way, I wouldn't say way too many, but like there are a lot of villains in this trailer. Like you've got this,
There are.
you got the laser beast like more towards the end. You've got Lex Luthor, you've got different people that are maybe, shown or leaked. Um Feels a little excessive to me, but if this is just like, 10 minutes of, oh no, there's a bad guy, Superman takes him down, and then by the end of the film you're like, ah, but this other bad guy sent him to deal with Superman, that kind of
Mm,
thing. That feels like what it's
if
gonna be.
if if I were to guess, I think that this is just going to be your run of the mill baddie at the beginning of the movie that they all take out, and then you get an interaction between him and the other heroes. Because what I heard from the leaks, he's not like on their team, but he does kind of work with them from time to time. I don't know.
Mm. Does make you wonder. Lots of people complained in Man of Steel about all of the, damage that was caused to the city. Feels like this guy
Oh
is
yeah,
gonna
no
cause a
one showed
lot of.
up.
Feels like this guy is gonna cause a lot of
Yeah,
collateral.
I guess we'll see.
Hopefully not. I hope everyone's okay. All right, here we go.
Nah, dude,
All
he
right.
just flamed that skyscraper there for a
Yeah.
second. Anyways,
So
so we
here's
got
giant
our
space
giant
laser.
space laser. I want to know the context behind this scene.
This is
Like,
right
I really
after
do.
Superman got done putting on his shoes. Um,
Yeah, so he puts on his shoes. He and Lois are gonna have a moment while people are dying outside.
I hope this space laser isn't. You mentioned this, and I kind of thought it was silly, but they they really like that space laser guy. Better not be as dangerous as he looks.
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
Dude,
like,
if people are actually like getting hurt there and that's actually a bad guy, I'm probably gonna have a problem with that because that is weird
yeah,
to just have these two. They're having a moment while people are dying.
this is
I
like a
really doubt that that's
romantic.
what it's gonna be, but
Yeah, this is like a really romantic framing. It's almost framed as like it's how you would frame fireworks in the background. You know.
yeah.
Also, yeah, I do like Lois Lane a lot.
hmm
Yeah, so they're chilling, they're hanging
I
out
like
here.
her more than Lex Luthor.
Fair. What is?
This is
Oh,
an interesting
no need to
shot to
pause
me.
there. But that's in the
Oh,
some
we
kind of
got a little
apartment.
robot here.
Is this like? Oh, he's dying. What do we know who this is
Actually,
yet?
oh shoot, hold on, give me 1 second. I will get you that. Um, oh,
Kellex?
we don't know for sure, but what people think is that it's the assistant robots that Superman has at the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh, okay.
Because that
I'm
also is see, that's in the Fortress of Solitude.
I'm a little surprised we never got like a shot of the Fortress of Solitude. You know?
Uh, we we have a slight shot of it. at some point. I can't remember where exactly it is, but there is like a slight shot of it.
Okay. And we
I
got comments from James Gunn just recently saying that we were kind of be like gonna be thrown into the middle of the action on this one, right? Like we're not gonna get
Yeah.
background on all of this stuff.
Okay. See, that's one thing I really like that we're not doing just Superman origin story because everyone knows that. I'm really happy that we're just hopping right into things. How
Sure.
do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, it's like I've never subscribed to the criticism of like Spider-Man or Batman movies where like why do we always have to see the background? I'm always down to see that. I don't mind seeing Uncle Ben die another time or
I
Bruce's
think for
parents getting
me,
shot.
I don't necessarily mind seeing the background. I just don't like seeing over and over these characters starting from ground zero.
Yeah, sure. I just
And they're learning all their powers again and they're training this and training that. Like we've seen that a lot with Batman and Superman and Spider-Man. So at this point I prefer it more with those characters if we're kind of already past that. I don't mind flashbacks, but I don't know.
maybe it's just that with Man of Steel, like I thought Krypton like exploding was like a really beautiful sequence, and I would be
That
interested to
actually
see
okay,
what James Gunn would do.
that was a good moment. I don't know.
Ye-
I guess we'll find out. I could see him doing some flashbacks in the movie, maybe showing some of that.
Yeah. No big deal either way. I'm not like super heavily
Yeah.
invested in it. Uh, so this
There it
is
is.
all right. So here's this guy looks evil. You know anything about him?
Metamorpho, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Metamorpho. He was in a Justice League cartoon I watched once or something.
yeah.
He's like an anti-hero, right?
Um, I think so. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up some information on him. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, there's not like a whole lot on Metamorpho. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, all I know about Metamorpho is like this one. Uh, I watched like the Justice League animated series, and he was in there.
mhm.
I liked him.
Um, yeah, he's just
Sorry.
he's a character in DC Comics.
Here he is in Lego form. Pretty cool. Um, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
dude, we should talk about the Clayface movie after this. All right. Anyway, um,
Okay.
oh, here's some falling buildings, and here's
There's your favorite
there's
villain.
Lex Luthor again. I don't know, man.
Uh,
Maybe I'll see his performance and I'll be like, that was the right decision. I'm just like,
mhm.
ooh. Um, okay.
Oh, here's our yeah. Oh yeah, there's a Fortress of Solitude.
Um,
Also, um, those were indeed some falling buildings.
yeah, but he's pushing the buildings back up, it looks like. Looks like he's
Oh,
gonna
is he?
help. Well, I thought that's what that shot was, but maybe not. Uh,
Oh,
there's Crypto. Looks like a friendly doggo. Really like him. That's
so
someone punching through a wall. I don't know who that is.
yeah, it's time to talk about Ultraman.
Who's Ultraman? Who's Ultraman? He
He is
sounds
an
lame.
evil Superman.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
I know. I know.
Call 2.
Yeah.
Uh, evil Superman, guys. Uh, you know him, you love
So,
him.
let's talk about plot leaks because, the whole Middle East thing ended up being real.
Mm-hmm.
And also in these plot leaks was Ultraman, who I believe James Gunn debunked. And then Grace Randolph was like, "No, you're capping. This is 100% true."
Yeah, but it's Grace
Um,
Randolph. Dude, Grace Randolph's an idiot. Sorry,
Well, she
carry
was
on.
also right about all the plot leaks, but like I get she can be annoying, but she was right about the Middle East stuff. So I mean,
Sure.
look, and it's not just Grace Randolph. I think it's also Daniel Rickman that talked about this, both of whom have pretty good track records on this stuff.
No, yeah, sorry. I just had to
Um,
do a little dig at Grace Randolph
that's
whenever
at you
her
know
name was
that is
mentioned.
completely fair of you. Um, See, yeah, I believe the plot is something along the lines of like Ultraman kind of gets created from like Lex Luthor or something, and then he is the big bad.
Nice. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Feels very basic, feels very Venom coded, I have
Mm-hmm.
created your equal but bad. And then
Mm-hmm.
main person has to defeat equal but bad. Feels like Iron Man did this. That's kind of where it falls apart. Even though that movie is excellent. Uh I mean, you've got Bucky's a super soldier but evil in the Winter Soldier. You've got Red Skull, who's
Yeah.
essentially a super soldier but evil. You've got Yellow Jacket, who's Ant-Man but evil. Um, what are some other? You basically just have to think of a superhero movie
General
and they do this.
Zod.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I feel like
I
Venom
guess
is
it's
like
not
the number
completely the same,
one.
but
Venom sort of comes to mind immediately for me.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Because you got oh, what's the dude's name in the first movie? The bad guy.
I have no idea. I have
I
no
don't remember.
idea.
Then you got Carnage in the second movie.
Yeah.
And
Um,
then Null. Well, Null is actually a different character, so in the third movie, so that's actually fine. But
have you seen Venom 3?
no, but I know quite a bit about it.
Sure. Uh,
I'll watch it at some point. Sounds kind of like a fun turn your brain off movie.
yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm trying to think about more examples, but you get it. You get it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I guess Green Lantern versus Sinestro would be another one, even though I don't think we ever got that movie.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. Here's the thing. Maybe it will end up that the leaks are wrong and that James Gunn, put out fake scripts or whatever. But also, I've seen Ultraman on set photos, so uh,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I hope they don't do Evil Superman, but if they do, there's a potential that it could be, good. Yeah. Here's a football field. He's fighting. Is this Ultraman that he's fighting in the football field? Is this
I think
someone
it's a
else?
baseball field.
Baseball field. Sorry, I don't watch sports.
It would make more sense if it was baseball because he actually does like baseball, Clark Kent. So,
That's true. It's a very American sport. There's a guy in a
but we
cool
have.
mask.
Oh
Oh,
shoot, what's his name? I should know his name, and because I've been looking at it a million times today, and I just blanked on his name.
I
Mr. Terrific.
I feel like this is the one like casting and costume that I look at and I really like 100%. You know.
Okay, okay, okay. Here, I got the information. The company that I was talking about is called Lord Tech, the one that Maxwell Lord runs, and that's like an ad hoc Justice League, and they're all wearing Lord Tech suits, and that's why they look so trash.
Okay, but I like this casting and costume though. I think it looks kind of cool.
I
Uh,
like the casting.
okay. Who did you say this was again?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. I don't know anything about that. Sounds stupid, but sounds like a
Um,
DC
I saw
character to
some
me.
people on the internet getting up in arms because they said they race swapped Mr. Terrific. I do not believe that that is true. Um,
I feel like even if it was true, like who cares? Um, Mr.
yeah.
Terrific
No,
comics.
he's always been black.
When was he created?
Let me find out. 1942.
1942. Yeah, so he is white in 1942 comics.
Oh.
But like this feels like a Nick Fury situation. Like if you race
Well,
swap
then
him,
again,
like
who wasn't white in 1942?
exactly.
Yeah,
uh,
I genuinely do not care.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Feel like for me, race swapping matters like in the How to Train Your Dragon case, where it's like, okay, these are Vikings
If it's
though.
part of the if it's part of like the character and who they are, like then it does matter. If it's like a Nick Fury situation where you just want a good actor, like I don't care.
Sure. All right. Let's keep watching. Oh, so he's getting shot at. He looks fine. Isn't this a is this a Man of Steel reference? Does he do this in Man of Steel?
He does do that in Man of Steel, except they are going down instead of up.
Oh. Well, take that, Zack Snyder.
Superman only goes up. He brings hope.
All right. It looks like a. I saw lots of people talking about like there's color grading in this movie. That's so fantastic. It's fine. It's like fine color grading. It looks like they put on the cinematic 11 filter, makes everything look a little blue. Like it's nothing crazy, but I like it.
Mhm.
Black Adam is like the most color graded
Oh dear.
Superman movie or superhero movie I've ever seen,
I forgot
probably.
you watched that movie, right?
I did. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I kind of liked
That
it.
See, that movie was so much fun. It was by no means perfect, but I had a blast watching that movie.
Yeah. This is like basic color grading like yeah, it's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It's good. Anyway, and he's flying into this guy. There you go. That's oh, and then
Oh,
dude,
and
another shot. Again, dude, it's framed like fireworks. Like if you changed the space
yeah.
laser monster with fireworks, it would make a lot more sense.
I'm sure that there's context that it's not the whole city dying, but it does raise some questions. Oh, he's got the S on the back of his cape.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel
Interesting.
about the
Yeah, how do you
Superman
feel
costume
about
now?
Yeah. Uh, I still don't love it. It's fine though. It's not the end of the world if I don't like it, but I do think at times it does kind of remind me of the Guardians 3 suits, but it's fine.
Sure. Yeah.
July 11th.
There's your new DC Studios logo, which everyone was making a big deal about for some reason. Um, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, solid trailer. Solid trailer. I liked it. The music I did not like, but
Mm-hmm.
that's all right.
Since we're talking about DC, James Gunn said the other day that he doesn't necessarily care too much about canon in the sense of like movies conflicting with each other. How do you feel about that?
Well, if he's going for an MCU, then I care a lot because I want like what was so great about the MCU and honestly what made it so much money was that all of the stories were interconnected. So if you wanted to go see Infinity War, that's great, but you would be benefited by seeing Doctor Strange and Thor Ragnarok first, you know.
Yeah.
Um, if however he's referencing like, well, you can go see the Batman, you can see Penguin, you can see the Clayface movie, Creature Commandos, and Superman, and some of these characters might overlap, but for the most part, they're just gonna be like individual stories. I guess I don't have a problem with that. I kind of prefer the MCU model, especially if the movies are. The thing with the MCU model is that as soon as you get a really bad movie like Endgame that destroys the world building, it destroys it for every other movie. Like every other
Yeah.
movie now has to like mention the blip and every movie is like actively being hurt by that decision.
I just Even if there's not like some big overarching thing, I do hope there is like a team up Justice League
Yeah.
movie where it's not just all just like these singular characters getting movies. That's one thing that's always annoyed me about DC. Like aside from like we got like Zack Snyder's Justice League, but like aside from that on live action, like they don't really try to do team up stuff. It just
Mm-hmm.
kind of sucks because that's one thing that I do like about DC. That's one thing that the animated movies do so well is they set up those big Justice League animated movies, and those are a lot of fun. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna wait a while before releasing any sort of Justice League movie.
oh
I'm
yeah,
I'm upset. You know what I'm upset about? I'm upset about having casting for like all of these random B and C list characters, but not knowing what's coming next for Batman next. Next for
dude,
Batman next, but like
I know who's it? Jensen Ackles wants to play him. The dude that plays Reacher, I think wants to play him. I
I
don't
just like
know.
Batman. Batman to me is DC. Like people say
Hmm.
Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are DC. I don't know anyone who likes Wonder Woman, but okay, I'll take your word for it. But like Batman for sure is
I've
probably the
met
main
some
draw.
pretty hardcore Wonder Woman fans.
That surprises me. That really
Yeah.
surprises me. But again, I'll take your word for it. I've never heard anyone like talking about a Wonder Woman comic. Uh,
That's actually fair. I think most of the fans for Wonder Woman came from the movie and then like the older show.
uh great. Um, that's fine. But like, I don't know. Like I'm not happy that for Batman right now what we have is Batman 2, which we don't even have a script for apparently. Uh Brave and the Bold, which we have like no casting for and know virtually nothing about. And Brave and the Bold, isn't that like a wait, is that what the name of the movie was that
Y-
James Gunn announced?
Yeah, that's Brave and the Bold. That's with Damian Wayne.
Yeah, and that's like an older Batman too. And like why not a okay, that's fine. And then we have like a
I'm curious. Sorry, go ahead.
we have Penguin season 2 being worked on apparently according to Matt Reeves and a Clayface movie, which I'm kind of excited about, but like why do we have two Batman movies like potentially maybe coming and we're announcing a Clayface movie?
That is certainly a choice for a movie.
I'm excited about it, dude. We haven't seen like a good live action. We haven't seen any live action Clayface, and I think
I
yeah.
I mean, if this I could say this about a lot of stuff, but like I'm down if it's good.
Well, the good.
I'd be very skeptical about that just because I could see a Clayface movie being uh very not good, but I don't know.
Well, the guy that got doing it, Michael Flanagan, is like a very famous and like good horror director. So
Ooh,
you have someone like really neat
okay,
doing it. But
okay, okay. All right. I could be down for that, even though I feel like what you should do is take that horror director and put him on a Scarecrow movie, but whatever.
maybe someday, someday.
Maybe someday.
Like just announce a Batman project for me, please.
Yeah.
Instead they're doing like a what they're doing like a show about the Robins. Like that's great. I'd love that's great, but like where's Batman?
I am curious with this Batman and Brave and the Bold. When they say old, are they meaning like he's like old, or it's like Batman versus Superman old, like that age? Like what old Batman are we talking about here?
Uh probably like definitely not at the start cuz Damian Wayne that happens um actually potentially it could be earlier if he meets Ra's al Ghul earlier in his career and Ra's al Ghul I can't remember. I don't think they ever actually got married, but Bruce and Talia are together.
Yeah.
And yeah, but either way, Damien's, I guess, probably a minimum of 14 years old. So you got that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I hope it's not like a super old Batman. I actually do like Batman like later on in his career, not like just the earlier stuff when he's finding out who the Joker is for the first time.
Yeah.
Mainly because we get a lot of that, and we don't get a lot of the later stuff.
I don't know. Zack Snyder's Batman was older after he had
Yeah.
gotten everything. I just feel like I think most of my gripes right now are just coming from the place of like why doesn't the Batman 2 have a script yet? That
Yeah.
you see headlines about that every once in a while. And it's just like
That is odd.
yeah, that's really weird to me. It's been like 3 years since the first one.
Yeah. Oh, completely off topic, but Karate Kid Legends. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, I liked the trailer. I didn't expect to like it, but I liked it. I'm not a huge fan of Ralph Macchio,
Mm.
but you know, it
Yeah.
why not? Why not? I guess.
I need a Hawk cameo.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like they would
I
cameo a couple
I
Cobra
do
Kai
hope
characters.
in that movie that they do like kind of reference like the events of Cobra Kai, and that it's not just, I don't know. I could see them like completely just not talking about it, and Daniel's just kind of there.
That feels like a massive misstep to me because Cobra Kai is probably the only reason that movie is happening.
That's actually straight facts. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, what if we got a Jaden Smith cameo?
It probably will. I would not even be surprised.
That'd be really funny.
Oh, Stag Industries had a cameo in the trailer.
I don't know what that is, but
Sorry, I went back to Superman.
yeah, okay. Well, is there anything else we wanted to cover? I guess that's DC for you. Um, yeah. So there you go. Are you
Yeah.
watching Skeleton Crew?
Oh, I was gonna get caught up on that. I've heard it's actually a fun show, but it's not like mind blowing or anything.
Yeah, I've heard it was fun.
I'll probably my dad was saying he's gonna get caught up in it, so I'll probably get caught up in it at some point. I don't know
Nice.
though.
Nice. Well, yeah, I think that's all we have to cover for now. But
Yeah.
we'll talk to you guys later. We'll keep on covering this stuff. Nothing really new coming out that we want to cover, but
What do you mean, bro? There's Craven the Hunter.
did you see that?
I did not. I probably won't. I mean, unless if you want to go see it and we can make a video on it, I'll do it.
No,
But
no.
I otherwise I probably won't see it.
I have no interest in that whatsoever.
I took one look at what Rhino looks like in that movie, and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I mean, from what I've heard, it's not even that memeable. So,
Mm,
yeah, anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching, and
yeah.
we'll see you
Let
later.
us know in the comments what you think about the Superman trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome to fight me on my opinion about Lex Luthor or John on his
You can
opinion
fight me on
about
my
crypto.
opinion. Yeah, I'm ready to debate about crypto.
Yeah, cryptocurrency, that is. Uh, we're big
Oh
fans of
yeah.
that here. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.